Alright guys, welcome back to Dirt Obsession. We've got great news for all you sport ATV enthusiasts today, as Yamaha has already released their 2023 Sport ATV lineup. Normally we have to wait until about March of the model year before seeing what's new for Yamaha sport ATVs. And by new I mean color schemes, because we all already know enough to know not to expect much in the way of changes. But we can all still rejoice in the fact that sport machines are not extinct, at least for another year. Yamaha is actually showing some decent interest in their sport ATV lineup. They held a press event this year, and they continue to do promo videos for their sport machines. So I think that's a good indication that Yamaha recognizes the importance of pure sport ATVs in their lineup, especially in a world where side-by-sides are dominating the trails. So that said, let's take a look at the Raptor 700 and the YFZ450 lineups for 2023, starting with the Raptor 700s. Just like the Grizzly 700, the Raptor 700 base model is a cayenne and Yamaha black, or light blue and black for those more logical among us. I honestly think this color scheme works a little bit better on the Grizzly, but it's not bad. The base model Raptor 700 is the last new ATV I bought back in 2020, and I gotta say, if I had to choose one ATV to live with for the rest of my life, the Raptor would be it, and there's a couple reasons for that. One, it might actually last the rest of my life, unlike a lot of the hot garbage that's on the market today. And two, it's the right amount of fun, comfort, and capability to both keep you entertained while pushing the limits, but it can also be mild-mannered enough to take it nice and easy on a trail ride. The 686cc motor is largely responsible for the wide range of applicability. It's super torquey, and a few aftermarket mods you can unleash quite a bit of hidden power if you start to get bored. The price is definitely starting to creep up there, with the base model listed at $9,399 this year. Another $600 will get you the Raptor 700R in Team Yamaha Blue this year with the upgraded reservoir front suspension. I'm digging the Team Yamaha Blue color scheme. Whether or not you want to upgrade to the R for the suspension is a personal decision that should be based on your future intentions. I personally bought a base model because I planned on swapping the shocks for aftermarkets. The Viking went with the SE, intending to stick with the factory suspension. It's just different strokes for different folks, and that's why there's options. Although I will say I rode my base Raptor on factory pogos for over a year before switching it, and that never kept me from having a blast. The Raptor 700R Special Edition model comes in two color options this year. There's gray metallic with an orange painted frame and subframe, and the other option is Yamaha black with all black plastics and teal looking graphics. I'm not in love with either of the color options for the SE models this year, but Yamaha will never be able to top the 2016 Special Edition model, at least in my book, and I fully acknowledge that beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So the SE does add the GYTR front grab bar and heel guards already installed for $10,599. Raptor 700s have a ton of aftermarket support, so my recommendation is to grab the one that speaks to you the most, because these machines last forever, so you can customize them and make them your own over time. We love ATVs here at Dirt Obsession, and we have a pretty impressive selection, but the Raptor 700 is the one machine we all own, and I go so far as to say that it's my favorite ATV of all time. The YFZ450R also makes a comeback for 2023 in Team Yamaha Blue for $10,299 this year. The Viking picked up a 2022 model recently and just put it through its paces, so I'll link that video at the end of this one if you're interested in checking out our review. We have a ton of sport ATVs, and there's nothing quite like being on a super tight brand new machine, and the YFZ450R has proven with a long list of championships that it's absolutely phenomenal. For the folks on the fence about choosing between a Raptor 700 and a YFZ450, I will say the YFZ450 is much more aggressive to meet its racier intentions. The power isn't nearly as forgiving as the Raptor 700 because you have to stay higher in the revs to keep it happy. Truly aggressive riders with aspirations of racing will be better suited to the YFZ, while more casual riders who like to be able to get aggressive but want a machine that's a little more comfortable and easier to maintain will appreciate the Raptor. The YFZ450R comes in the same special edition colors as the special edition Raptor for $10,699. There's a GYTR front bumper on it, but that's really not enough to justify the difference in price unless you really like the metallic gray on the orange frame more than the Team Yamaha Blue. I know some folks are going to moan about the lack of meaningful upgrades to these machines, but I honestly breathe a sigh of relief every year that they return because it means the sport ATV market is still hanging in there, even though it's hanging in there by a thread. I don't see any other manufacturers trying to re-enter the sport market anytime soon, and even if they did, it would be really hard to compete with Yamaha at this point. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. If you are new to the channel, you should check out some of our Sport ATV test videos. We have more in the works, including build updates on our Raptor 700s, and we're constantly on the hunt for machines that we haven't reviewed. We'll see you next time, right here on Dirt Obsession.